What if I told you that a single photograph could hold more emotional weight than 1,000 words? That's exactly what these Irish photographers are telling us through their most cherished images, each one a portal into a moment that changed lives, challenged perspectives, or simply made someone pause and feel something deeply. Let me take you through some of these stories and explain why they're not just pictures, but windows into the human condition. Take Alan McQueenie's 1965 shot of a white horse in Donegal. On the surface, it's a still life of a grazing animal. But dig deeper, and you realize this wasn't just a random snap. It was born from a quest to visually map the soul of W.B. Yeats' poetry. What makes this really interesting is how McQueenie turned a mundane roadside encounter into a mythic symbol. The horse's movement, probably just swatting a fly, adds this layer of narrative tension. It's a reminder that great photography isn't about perfect composition, it's about capturing the unexpected moment that feels like destiny. And let's be honest, in an age where AI can generate endless images, this raw, human spontaneity is what still makes photography feel alive. Then there's Rich Gilligan's 2000 photo of his friend Bruce skateboarding in Kenmare. This wasn't just a career milestone for Gilligan, it was a cultural earthquake. Imagine being a teenager in a pre-internet world, obsessed with skate magazines, only to see your work in a publication that's literally a global phenomenon. The sheer excitement of that moment? It's like winning the lottery of creativity. But what really hits me is how this image became a touchstone for Bruce's legacy. Skateboarding isn't just a sport, it's a rebellion, a way to carve your identity into the world. And here's a guy who turned that into a life of influence, only to pass away too soon. It makes you wonder how many other stories like this are out there, waiting to be photographed. Agata Stoinska's self-portrait with a monstera plant is haunting in its ambiguity. She's holding this massive leaf that obscures her face, symbolizing both growth and loss. This isn't just a photo of a plant, it's a metaphor for her journey as an artist. The monstera, which she nurtured from a tiny cutting, now lives in someone else's home. It's a beautiful reminder that creativity doesn't die when a space is lost. But what's even more powerful is the vulnerability in this image. She's questioning whether she was a caretaker or a prisoner in the space she built. That's the kind of introspection that makes art resonate across generations. And then there's Salem Anau Chikweezy's work with immigrant identities in Ireland. Her photo of Mayron and Obi on a farm isn't just about cultural fusion, it's a direct challenge to the idea of what it means to be Irish. In a country where patriotism is weaponized, her work asks, who gets to define belonging? This isn't just photography, it's a social statement wrapped in a landscape. It makes me wonder how many other artists are using their lenses to rewrite the narratives of exclusion and inclusion in their communities. Clodagh Kilcoyne's image of Asma lifting fish in a refugee camp is a gut punch. You can almost feel the weight of those bags, the sun burning down on a child who should be in school. This isn't just a portrait, it's a call to action. What's terrifying is how normal this scene becomes in the context of a humanitarian crisis. Photography has this unique power to make the invisible visible, but it also forces us to confront uncomfortable truths. How many other Asmas are out there, their stories buried under the noise of global news cycles? Perry Ogden's photo of Helena Christensen in Connemara is a masterclass in storytelling. It's not just a fashion shoot, it's a collaboration between model, landscape, and light. The magic here is in the alchemy of elements coming together, like a perfectly timed storm that creates the perfect mood. But what I find fascinating is how Ogden talks about authenticity. In an era of heavily edited images, this feels like a rare relic of raw, unfiltered beauty. It's a reminder that even the most polished shoots can feel like a fleeting moment of truth. Rose Kavanagh's story about Marie Mullen taking her own portrait is almost poetic. It's not just about the image, it's about agency. Letting the subject control the moment. That's radical in a profession where photographers often feel like they're dictating the narrative. And yet, this image captures something indefinable, that undefinable force Kavanagh talks about. It's the reason we still need art, even in a world saturated with images. Anthony Hawley's photo of his aunt and cousins is a time capsule. It's not just a snapshot of a family moment, it's a document of a specific era in Ireland, before the Celtic Tiger. The rusted car, the Bible, the toy gun, it's all there. What's remarkable is how a single frame can become the catalyst for a lifetime of work. It's a testament to the power of memory and how a photograph can anchor you to a place, even when you're miles away. Conor Horgan's portrait of Oliver Stanley is a love letter. It's not perfect technically, but it's emotionally perfect. The eyes tell the story, of someone who knew they were running out of time, yet refused to let that define them. This is what makes portraiture so powerful. It's not just about how someone looks, it's about how they make you feel. And in this case, it's a reminder that heroes aren't always the ones we expect them to be. Doreen Kilfeather's photo of Bonnie and Mabel is a celebration of childhood. It's not about models or fashion, it's about real kids in their own space, surrounded by the things that matter to them. This is the kind of photography that reminds us why we care about clothes, why we care about home. It's not about the collection, it's about the people wearing it. And that, my friends, is the heart of what makes these images endure.